The Afternoon Delight on OFM.
Do it now.
Today in the Afternoon Delight, it's a great pleasure to chat to an up-and-coming race car driver out of Central South Africa, Stuart White. Welcome to the Afternoon Delight.
Thank you very much. A pleasure to be with you guys this afternoon.
Stewie, how old are you?
I'm actually only at age of 15 already racing on international level on Formula cars, doing about 250. So most people don't believe that I'm actually 15, but I am.
So at 15 years of age, this past weekend you were in Monza in Italy racing in Formula 4, have I got it right?
Yeah, the past weekend we were in Monza, quite a historic circuit. I think most people know it, even if you're not in motorsport. Doing the French F4 series, then we actually ended up getting a podium in the third race. It was absolutely amazing.
Now, getting a podium is a big deal in motorsport. At Monza, though, if I've got it right, apparently anybody who gets a podium in a race gets to sign a special book. You signed a book. What other signatures are in that book?
Oh yeah, it's actually a very special book. It has signatures from Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher, Sebastian Vettel, all the greats and F1 world champions. So at Monza, it's a bit more historic to be on the podium at the same position from it was from when they started. So it's very historic, and it's actually a great opportunity to be in the podium on Monza.
So this was your fourth trip over to Europe this season to go and race. How many races are left in the European season?
Oh, there's still 5 races left. One's coming up in 3 weeks, and then we have a bit of an off-season. So we still have testing in between and the next circuit, so we'll still go overseas to do some testing.
So you talk about testing. It sounds very much like a Formula One kind of an interview. This is basically where Formula One drivers cut their teeth. If anyone is going to become a Formula One driver, they start in this kind of racing.
Well, if anyone wants to become a Formula One driver, you have to start out of karting. That's where it mostly started, in a lot of years in karting. They're moving up to the ranks into...
Okay, so let's just pause at the karting. You won plenty South African championships. How many?
Won 3 South African championships, 2 in 1 year, and then another one in the rock. And we also went on to finish 3rd in the rock final last year. In 2015, we ended up 2nd, coming very close to winning. So karting has meant a lot and progressed me a lot, and would have not been able without the support from my dad and especially from the team and Etienne Ruiz. So it was a great... In karting, I learned a lot about about racecraft and how teams work. Moving up to the Formula 4 overseas and learning a lot about single-seaters and where most of the people came through, like the Vettels and Jensen Buttons. So you have to learn a lot in the starting formulas with a lot of testing, working with the engineers on your data, how to improve yourself to become a Formula 1 driver.
This afternoon on the Afternoon Delight, we're chatting to Stuart White. He's a Central South African race car driver. He's doing amazing things in Europe.
The Afternoon Delight on OFM.
Do it now.